Hello and welcome to Fin Business. Today we are in conversation with Munish Mittal, who is the CIO of HDFC Bank. There are two interesting things Munish has done at HDFC Bank. One is transaction alert system, which HDFC was the first bank to start in the country, and second is 10-second loans. These are the two phenomenal innovations that HDFC Bank took place in last 22 years, and we have Munish Mittal with us. Munish, thank you so much for talking to Fin Business and welcome on the show.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
To start with, I would like to learn from you and take a perspective on an interesting journey that you had in HDFC Bank. Could you please elaborate, could you please share with us what are the key points of your digital journey in last 5 to 10 years?
Well, thank you once again, Amol, very much for having me here. It's a pleasure talking to you. I think our bank has been a digital bank from the day we started. We were the first bank to roll out a centralized core banking, I think a well-kept secret in the industry.
Yes.
First bank to put up real-time online centralized ATM switch. We introduced debit cards in the country. If you fast forward today, we are the largest issuer of credit card. I think specifically in the last about 5 odd years, we've made significant progress in our attempts to make payments and banking more and more digital. Of course, the flagship product has been, in terms of innovation,
Right.
our product around Chutki Mein Loan, which we call the 10-second loan product for all our existing customers. So that offers a lot of convenience to the customer. I think the second thing which I want to talk about from a digital innovation perspective, especially in the last 5 years, as you said, for me to focus, that there has to be, end of the day, digital has to generate an ability between a service provider like us and the customer, an ability to create attention span,
Right.
lead it into an engagement. So once you have the attention of the customer, then you have an engagement with the customer, and that automatically leads to advocacy for the organization. So customer, if have a good experience, will definitely talk about and share about the experience with others, and that leads to advocacy. So I think we are very happy to share that we created this engagement opportunity through Smart Buy,
Right.
which I think was our second biggest innovation in the last 5 years. Nobody offered this. We brought a kind of a marketplace to our customers through our Smart Buy offering. Customer can use their debit cards, credit cards, and avail, compare and shop. Since we are a bank, the distribution commission is not to be consumed by the bank.
Right.
So therefore, that's passed on to the customer as well when they come to our Smart Buy, compare and shop using their credit debit card.
Right.
They get discounts. I think the third thing I want to discuss with you is digital is not just about outside the bank.
Right.
Okay, customers being made digital banking, digital technology based offers around their smartphones, through their mobile apps or on the internet web is one aspect of it. So we have very recently, I think in the last about 6 months, focused heavily on internal digital, and we call it assisted digital. So we've created a smart account opening app for our personal bankers, for our RMs, for our direct sales agents, for our associates like business correspondent. And using this smart account opening app, just with 3-4 clicks on the app, customer application is filled up for account opening of CASA account, or for that matter on our digital application platform called DAP.
True.
For 10-second loan, or for existing or for new customers as well.
True.
On the smart account opening app, I am very happy to share with you that in the month of August alone, we've opened 1 lakh accounts.
Oh, wow.
And it is our endeavor that we should be able to take it to a reasonably high number of accounts opened, something in the tune of 5 to 10 lakh accounts per month in 18 months from now. So I think these are some of the major initiatives. Of course, we've created the one-click to everything offer in our wallet and specialized payment property called PayZapp. Within the app of PayZapp, you can do a taxi booking, you can do a big basket shopping, you can do a Book My Show, you can do a Flipkart based e-commerce, or just simply use our Smart Buy offering.
Right.
All of this in one click.
I mean, those are remarkable, insights that you provided about the technology that you adopted in last 4 to 5 years. But the immediate question that came to my mind now is, and most of the CIOs are struggling with this question because there is a small debate between the CEO and the CIO, is this that the CIOs doesn't understand the business language. So when you adopted these technologies, how beneficial it has been for your business?
Oh, tremendously. I think I'll give you one example. About 4 years back or so, we still had the most powerful internet banking offering.
Right.
But then the mobile app came around 4 to 5 years back. Now all of this has led to about 47 to 53% of our transactions used to be on the digital medium about 4 to 5 years back. Now they are 84%.
Okay.
Right? So look at the jump in the customers engaging digitally with us for payments, for day-to-day banking services consumption, whether it is Smart Buy or Pays app or IMPS or UPI or mobile banking app. Now when there is a 30-40% jump in customer engaging with you digitally, right, from about 5 to 8 million customers interacting with the bank digitally to about 20 million customers engaging digitally today, it reduces the cost of transaction.
Oh, interesting.
Right? That is a straight benefit to the bottom line, because in a digital medium, the cost of your transaction is, say, anything between 1 rupee to 10 rupees. In a non-digital engagement, it could be anything between 10 rupees to 50 rupees to 100 rupees.
Right.
So all of this directly lead to efficiency, directly lead to productivity of our sales force, as well as our back office operations.
So the number of people adopting digital has been increased a lot. Now you have 40 million customers. You have already adopted many technologies. If I'm not wrong, you already have 35-40 RPAs. So keeping this in mind going ahead, what kind of future technologies that you are going to adopt? What do you think HDFC Bank needs now? Because if I'm not wrong, you already have adopted many technologies.
I think it's very interesting that you asked me that question, and I would like to answer it in twofold. One,
please.
What is hygiene technologies, right? End of the day, we are about scale, right? We do about 1.5 billion transactions a month, right? 84-85% of them are digital. So the transaction has to be finally persisted in a system of records. Availability means a lot to us. So we are now investing a lot of our resources in building the next generation of scale, what I call cloud scale or internet scale or infinite scale. So we have adopted DevOps. So we are going to containerize, we are going to work with technologies like Docker, Kubernetes to build infinite scale using DevOps. I should have elasticity to expand and collapse depending on workloads, seasonality. So, India is full of seasons. From beginning of Janmashtami to end of Diwali, 4 or 5 months is going to be the highest consumption period for consumer durable, for convenience loan, for auto loans and so on and so forth. All of this requires suddenly capacity to be made available to scale up from, let's say, 2500 TPS to 5000 TPS to 10,000 TPS, right? All of this requires technologies like cloud technologies, Kubernetes, Dockers. For this, we are rewriting our applications to be cloud native, right? So that is one set of technologies we are adopting. Second, I think we have a lot of focus on availability. We are almost obsessed with the availability. If you notice, we have about 16 to 18% of RTGS transaction volumes of the country.
That's
between us and another bank. Almost 30 to 36% of the entire payment system, the payment settlement in the country passes through HDFC Bank and another bank.
True.
Right? Now that means a lot of responsibility, which means we have to be available for instance, all mutual fund transactions before the 2 p.m. NAV cutoff are settled institutional as well as retail for the day, which means our systems have to be highly available. I'm very glad to share with you that we have invested in running our RTGS application active across two distinct data centers of our bank. And for this we have worked with the regulators, with their payment processors like IFTAS and IDRBT, and re-engineered the RTGS system.
Right.
Active across two data centers. So we are investing a lot in DRBCP. We are perhaps the only bank who is running a zero RPO. RPO stands for Recovery Point Objective, which means zero data loss. So I think going forward we'll invest in a lot more in deep learning, in artificial intelligence and in machine learning technologies. My dream is to stand up a workload agnostic machine learning API, an enterprise machine learning API in my data center, which is adoptable, capable of burst out using hybrid cloud technologies to a public cloud.
That's quite interesting. So that comes to my now last question, and that question is very simple in a way. RBI has given licenses to many banks. There are small banks, there are small finance banks, there are now unique banks, there are fintechs, there are new lending companies coming into the picture, and there are traditional banks also adopting a lot of technology. What is that you are going to do to beat the competition?
I think our attempt is to keep it simple. What does the customer need? Customer needs to pay, save, borrow, shop, and probably have fun doing all of this.
Okay.
So it is our attempt to offer this experience of pay, save, borrow, shop, invest, and have fun in the process. Our attempt is to create a user experience across the choice of convenience, choice of device, choice of place, choice of time, choice of location, which the customer uses for all these banking needs. They need to pay now or pay later.
Right.
So we will attempt to offer both the opportunities to our customer, whether they want to pay now or pay later, whether they want to choose a device which is mobile phone or come to our branch or go to our ATM. So the omni-channel experience, a simple user interface, an intuitive one, and eventually if we can get to a segment of one and make ourselves relevant using digital technologies, I think create an engagement with our customer, then customer will stick with us.
Wish you the best on that note, Munish. Thank you so much for sharing those information.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching.